Most weeks don't fall apart automatically. They don't fall apart on Monday. They actually fall apart on Wednesday because there was actually nothing holding them up. So that's why I try not to rely on willpower during the week. I rely on 1 hour on Sundays. 1 hour-ish on Sundays. Okay, so welcome back to 30 Days of Showing Up, or if this is your first time, welcome. This is day 4. I am Dee, aka Granola Revival. I am a health coach, health educator, 40 plus woman, just a person doing what I can to be better, every day. It's not perfect, it never is, but that's life, right? So I do have some notes here because my brain I just worked out and my brain is just, all over the place. But, previously, if you watched my last 3 videos, I've talked about keystones, and then yesterday I talked about having a solid morning. So this just falls right in line with, all of that, because in order to be successful and to progress, we need a plan. And it doesn't always have to be super thought out or anything like that, but just spending a little bit of time working on your schedule, working on the things that you want to see in your life are important, okay? So that's what I try to do. Like I said, every week is not perfect for me. Some Sundays, especially because that's more of my prep day to get ready for the rest of the week, are great, but some days are not so great, and I don't put pressure on myself if I didn't actually do what I said I was gonna do. It happens, emergencies come up, little things come up at any time. And so you have to understand that, life is gonna happen. But what I really wanted to talk to you about is why a weekly schedule or a weekly plan beats willpower. Because sometimes we'll have great intentions, like, yes, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, blah, 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 blah. And we didn't properly plan it. And so when our schedules get hectic, then whatever the plan was goes out the door. I mean, I plan my workouts now, and I do actually plan a lot around them because I'm really in a season of dedicating myself to my health and my wellness, especially the last 6 months of this month. I started something on July 1st, and I'm taking it till December 31st of really leaning in and pushing into my health and wellness. And some of that looks like me setting certain things as priorities over others, And so if I'm going to bed a little bit earlier on a day because I need to get up a little bit earlier, so that I can actually get my, workout in and then get the rest of my day going, then that's what happens. That's what's been happening for me. So let's talk a little bit about daily willpower versus weekly willpower. So daily willpower is great, but it can fail. Because you can promise to do something 100 times and you won't do it. But if you set your week, just go through a schedule. And I wish I had a plan. I mean, I do use my phone sometimes, but I actually like to write out. I like to print out either if I don't have my physical planner. What I did for my workouts this month is I actually printed out just a calendar and I wrote every workout on there every day that I'm going to work out. And if I'm taking a class, I take a lot of classes at the gym. If I'm taking a class, I'm scheduling what time that class is and everything about that. So sometimes for me, it works to really just write it out. But I have almost the whole month of classes scheduled and workouts scheduled. I don't have the whole month, but I know I'm at least a week and a half already doing good with knowing what's ahead, because that's just really important to me. So yeah, behavioral research calls these implementation intentions, that deciding when and where in advance. People who plan and when and where are dramatically more likely to follow through and set goals. So knowing when and where. You got a work day, what is going to happen during that day? You have to go into the office or wherever you work, or when and where. Okay, what time and where, Also, for me, let's go through kind of what a Sunday for me can look back. And like I said, sometimes my reset is literally just 1 hour on a Sunday. Now, there are other things that go into this, because especially if I'm doing a heavy meal prep or something, then it takes a little bit longer. But I have a few anchors that I kind of go by, and the first one is a look back. And so I just check the week before and what went well, what didn't go well. Did my sleep go well? Did my workouts go well? Did I manage my time well? Did I manage my energy well? Because especially managing energy is important. And that can look like, did I give too much of myself to something or someone, or did I not give enough? You know, either one works, you know. It's not like anything about guilt. It's just looking at the data and assessing what went well the previous week and how we can make it better, or just strategizing on, you know, what that will look like for the incoming week that you have. The next thing is just to look at the calendar. I mentioned the calendar before. Find the landmines, find the things that you're like, oh, this may not go so good. Busy days, busy evenings, things that will just eat at your day or eat at the plans that you had. Those are very important. And so both of these things, to look back and even just looking at the calendar, they don't take more than 10 minutes each. They're really quick. But you just want to know ahead of time what the week could and should look like, even though things may come up. The next one is food. For me, like I said, the food prep sometimes can take longer. It depends on how I schedule my day. I actually try to do now with my meal prep, when I do it right, is I try to actually just cook a few proteins, and then I'll have some things around that. Maybe I'll buy some vegetables, I'll buy some, you know, salad mix, whatever the case may be, and I'll have things around that protein so that I can mix and match, you know. And the protein is pretty, like, I'll maybe do a couple different flavors of different things, so that I will be able to eat kind of what I want to. I used to do like really stricter meal plans and like set meals, but I realized that didn't work for me. But having just like a couple proteins ready to go, and it gives me a little bit more diversity during the week. And the last two, the one is I pick a promise. Pick one promise to yourself that you're going to keep for the week. I don't know. Everybody's promise is different. Okay. So you decide what that is, but pick it. And then, you know, just have that in your mind, have that intentionally in your mind as you move forward during the week. And then set up for Monday morning, you know, whatever your Monday looks like. You know, I talked about for my mornings how the night before everything starts. So I pick out my clothes, whether if I'm, you know, have to be somewhere, going to the office, I pick out those clothes the night before, and I also set out my workout clothes, because it's just already helping me with, there's so many decisions that you have to make throughout the day, so that helps with the decision fatigue. So yeah, that's it. If you have to reset during the week, that's okay. You know, things happen. Like I said, life happens, and sometimes we have to pivot. Don't punish yourself for that, but just know that you set yourself up for a good plan, and keep on doing this. You know, try it. Okay, so today is Sunday. I want you to try it. Try it out and see. Just take some time, intentional time, no more maybe than an hour, to go through some of these things. Plan, look back at the week last week. How did it go? Look at your calendars, see what things are on your calendar, where you need to be, what you need to do, when and where, okay? And then work on some food. Even if you don't meal prep or anything like that, decide maybe some meals that you want to make, or some places you want to eat, whatever the case may be. But like, just think ahead, look ahead, just to see, you know, do that. And then pick your promise. Okay, one promise to yourself, whatever it may be. It could be that I'm going to try to see this week plan through for this 1 week, you know, and then set up for Monday. Make Monday be the most successful it can be. And I promise you, things will be good for you. So, you know, I'm Dee. I like to call myself your neighborhood health coach. And this is how I make healthy a habit. That's kind of a saying I like to say, is making healthy a habit, because the habits may change slightly, but the health is the key. You know, we need this for our mental. Okay, so you won't be stressed throughout the week. This is so important to plan ahead as much as you can. As much as you can, plan ahead. You know, if somebody's birthday is coming up, get the gift a few days before. Don't be like some of my family who was like literally like late to the party because they had to stop at, you know, the store or whatever to get a gift and get a card. Like, why didn't you do that before? You know, you're holding us up. It happens to me all the time. Others would be. See what happens on camera. I've gotten stung before when I was working out, and it was bad. I think I'm like mildly allergic. But anyways, have a great day. Have a great Sunday. Plan well. Rest also. But set yourself up, because it'll be less stress for the week. So I'll see you tomorrow for day 5. Bye.